White gives check by moving bishop to g5. Black avoided by moving king to e5. White gives neck check by moving pawn to f4. Black avoided by taking pawn as he moves his pawn to f3. White then finishes the game by moving rook to e1, that checkmates.
White is currently down a full piece in the starting position of today's puzzle. However, if we take a closer look, we realize we have a bishop pair, which is working quite well. We also have a rook on the g file. And finally, we should notice this king on f6 that doesn't have too many squares it can go to. The only squares available to the king right now are e5 and e7. So what do we always want to do when we start looking for tactics? We want to start by looking for checks. In this case, we have two reasonable checks in the position, bishop d4 and bishop g5. If we look at bishop d4 first, the problem with bishop d4 is that black can block the check with bishop e5, and although after bishop takes, king takes, we do regain the knight on g7, however, material is now even, and because black has the nicer structure here in the center and the more active king, this position is actually better for black. So bishop d4 runs into bishop e5 and there is no way forward. So we can discard that check, meaning there is only one more check we have to look at, that is bishop g5. Bishop g5 forcing the king forward, king e5 is the only legal move on the board. And now we need to find the KO. Let's keep looking for checks. In this case, there is only one reasonable check left on the board, and that move is f4, pawn to f4 check, which, if you are not familiar with the en passant rule, might look like it's checkmate because the rook is covering the d file, the bishop is covering this diagonal. However, f4 allows the en passant capture e takes f3. If you're not sure what en passant is, I would suggest you to Google it. And after e takes f3 en passant, here comes the checkmate, rook e1, and the king has nowhere left to go. This really beautiful puzzle. White is using all the pieces, the rook cutting off the d file, the bishop cutting off the diagonals, and the final piece in the attack, delivering the checkmate. So very well done if you found the solution to today's puzzle, starting with bishop g5, after king e5, giving the check with the pawn, and finally rook e1, checkmate.